most important lesson that I've learned this year is going to be this one. And it's been trying to teach me this for a very long time, but only now I managed to grasp it. And if I was to die today and I had to leave a message, it would be this: do not be afraid. How many times have you had an idea where it makes you feel so alive? You see yourself living the outcome. Then all of a sudden, when you want to go ahead and take action, you freeze. All of a sudden, now you start to overthink. Now all of a sudden, you start to worry. What if it goes wrong? What if it doesn't go my way? What if I get laughed at? What if I get judged? Then the idea only ever stays an idea. You have been infected by fear. Now you're not even living because you're so focused on a projected future that doesn't even exist, yet you're living its pains. When you're alive is in the now, the only thing that exists. You can only take action in the now. The Bible's most quoted command, and it's stated 365 times, is do not be afraid. Do you know where the greatest ideas are? They're in the graveyard, because everyone was so afraid to act upon it. I'm going to tell you a personal story that I've never told anyone. When I first started my social media journey, I thought that I'm going to get followers, I'm going to be rich forever. I come from a scarcity background. I grew up in South London to two immigrant parents where we didn't have much money. My parents made sure they gave me everything. They always made sure I had food on the table, a roof over my head, and I am forever grateful. But when I worked my 9-to-5 job, I was so accustomed to security. I was so accustomed to being comfortable, knowing that if I worked X amount of hours, I'm going to do this. When I started to make money online, I had a car at that time. I didn't realize, wait, I don't know when I'm next going to get paid. I don't know if this is going to last long. Is this just luck? Am I going to end up homeless? Like, my mind started to think of all of these things, and it made me so afraid that it paralyzed me, that I stopped doing the thing that got me the money in the first place. What was that? Action. It got to the point where I was so low on money, I didn't have money to eat. I didn't have petrol to move this car. And this is why everything happens for a reason. You will always be tested, but you'll never be tested more than what you can actually handle. On the day where I had no money, my friend called me. He said, bro, my car just broke down. I need to use your car. Can I use it? I'll pay you 50 euros a day. That's when I realized God will never forsake you. That's why he says, I am with you. That's why he says, have faith of a mustard seed and you can move mountains. That's why I am never afraid. Because I know that eventually I will get there. When things don't go my way, that is my way. Life is like a labyrinth. It's like a maze. It is not linear. Most people go through this maze of life. They go through a road that they thought was the exit. Then all of a sudden they hit a roadblock. And they stay stuck complaining in the place where they gave up. You're not a failure. How can you fail at something you have not completed? You just decided to give up early. You decided to not continue. You decided to not what? To take action. So the key is to keep on turning corners. How do you do that? Taking action. But within time, guess what ends up happening? Doubt, fear, tired, excuses. That takes away your self-belief system because you're constantly telling yourself that story. So the initial idea or vision that you had at the start all of a sudden changed because it's been influenced by all of these external factors, which is why the most important thing you have to protect is your confidence and self-belief. And how do you do that? By having faith, by truly believing you can attain an outcome. Now, how do you do that? Both faith and fear both require you to believe in something that you cannot see. So why do you choose the latter? Because it's easy to feel negative. You don't have to try. Everyone is inherently negative. Everyone around you will try to convince you that you're delusional because everyone wants to feel better that you failed. Everyone wants to feel better because if you fail, well, I knew that was going to happen because I failed. If I failed, well, he needs to fail. That's why you have to believe in yourself. If you don't, who will? And how do you do that? By taking action, which is why you need to walk by faith and not by sight. By making sure you continuously take action. My life has been a feat of faith. I didn't go to university. I didn't have a career path, but I was so delusional with everything that I wanted that I just kept on going forward. I just kept on moving forward. But the secret is actually taking aligned action. I felt entitled to greatness. I felt like I'm meant for so much more, and I am. And you are too. That's the difference. But most people feel entitled. Most people know what they do not do, so you do not know. I was 25 years old, still stuck at the same place, stuck with no job. And I said, what do I have to lose? I took the action. I was so afraid of embarrassment, but everything you want is on the other side of it. But why don't you take the action? Because you're afraid. Start doing things that make you afraid. That is your compass, because you realize that you didn't die. Fear is a preservative of life. Are you going to die? No. So what are you so afraid of? We are going to die anyway. That can be tomorrow, next week, next year. Time is the only currency that we spend that we don't know how much of it we have left. So be very careful with it. But you like to waste it in tomorrows, that leads to next week, that leads to next year, that leads to your whole life. Do you want to wake up one day realizing that you did not achieve anything because you were so afraid to try, because you were afraid of being judged by someone else who's also afraid of another human? Now, if you listen to them, you will have their results. They hate their life. Do you want to hate your life too? Think about it. The story that you tell yourself is your identity. You act based upon what you believe. And that becomes your habits, and your habits become your results. Do you want that? So it is manic to care about the opinions of someone else who doesn't and hasn't done what you want to do. No one is going to understand you. It is your vision, and it's up to you to protect it. Enemies don't believe them. Friends don't need them. Just fucking do it. Just take the action. Remove the fear to the side. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, I made a mistake. Now you've learned. You're not going to make that mistake again. Guess what? Now you've grown. Do not live a life that you regret. That is the worst thing that you can do. Just think about it. I was doing my new skincare routine that I've been put on by my girlfriend. Then I started to see wrinkles. That's when I realized time is a real thing. I felt like I was 18 just the other day. Now I am 28. I want to squeeze everything out of life because I get to. If you woke up today, you can have eyes to watch this. You have ears to hear me. You have hands to touch yourself and legs to stand and walk. You have everything. Because a healthy person wants a million things, and his very desire is the thing that breaks him because he doesn't have it. So guess what? You become impatient, afraid, and you stop taking the action. If you have everything, a sick person only wants one, and that is his health. You have it. You don't need anything. You have everything, and that allows you to go ahead and go for everything that you want. That is gratitude, because you've been given the capacity to go ahead and do it. God isn't going to give it to you. It isn't going to come to you. The thing is, you hide behind manifestation, and God willing, He will bring this to me. God has given you the capacity to go ahead and do it. Are you willing to put the reps in? Are you willing to do the uncomfortable? In 12 months, I completely changed the way my content went. I was afraid. That allowed me to have this idea of having my coaching business. That allowed me to have a 6-figure fitness business in 12 months because I was not afraid. Make more mistakes, but then they'll get to a point you'll start to make less. If you don't know what to do, try as many things as possible until you find something that clicks. And you will, I promise you. And when you find it, be relentless. Fear will try to hold you back. And that is the thing that I will tell my younger self. That will be the thing that I tell you. Do not be afraid. Because the last thing you ever want to do is look back at life and say, what if? Take the action. Do it tired. Do it afraid. Do it worried. Do it scared. But just take the action and don't let anything hold you back. Because the only thing that is you. Love you guys. This is the secret that will give you the 2026 that you want. Have a goal. Have a plan. Stick to it. Don't negotiate. Become the most undeniable, the most competent version of yourself. And I promise you, your life will not be the same in the next 12 months. Save this video, apply it, and come back to me in 12 months and tell me if your life has not changed. If you like this video, comment down below what your goal is. Tell me if you're going to reach it. If you believe you can, subscribe, share this to anyone that needs it. Love you guys. That is Sunwa out. Let's fucking go.